Quantum physicists delve into the mechanisms of reality, exploring the fundamental elements that constitute everything around us, including us. They unveil the mysteries of an infinitesimally small and fascinating realm far beyond our everyday perceptions. Most of us are unaware that our world is less solid than it appears. The chairs we sit in, the meals we savor, and even the air we breathe are composed of gazillions of atoms. And these atoms consist of electrons, neutrons, and protons, each particle a marvel, and all of it in constant motion. This is what it looks like inside your chair, your pillow, inside of us. Yet, even those unimaginably small elements are formed from even smaller ones, quarks, gluons, and muons. When we delve deeper, we discover the astonishing depths of the quantum realm, a testament to the divine that inspires awe through its intricately simple complexity. Those of us who are philosophically inclined notice the essence of God in these fundamental particles, revealing that we're all not only connected in this extraordinary life, but we are all part of its singular fundamental source. One way scientists explain this source is through string theory. Now, it is wildly controversial and there are many iterations of it, but at its core, string theory suggests that everything in the material world, and perhaps even reality itself, is formed from a single harmonic, an energy field. I like to call it the God field. And from this God field, everything evolves. We evolve, and through it we are eternally and endlessly entangled. It works something like this.
String theory. As most people know, all matter is made up of atoms. Atoms are made up of protons, neutrons, and electrons. Protons and neutrons are further made up of quarks. Electrons, quarks, and other small particles like neutrinos fall into a group of objects called fundamental particles because they cannot be broken down further. The problem is that there are over a dozen different fundamental particles. To have this many fundamental particles is like having a dozen different building materials in the walls of a house. This is not good. Another problem is that there are two theories to explain motion in the universe. General relativity explains how big objects move and shows a stable view of the universe. Quantum mechanics explains how really small objects, like atoms and electrons, move, and shows an unpredictable and jumpy view of the universe. We can't have a universe with two different sets of rules for how things move. What is needed is a theory that can explain the motion of big and small things, a unifying theory. One such theory is string theory. In this theory, all matter and energy are made up of really small vibrating things called strings. Each string makes up one fundamental particle. Each possible vibration pattern of a string makes a different fundamental particle. This is not a problem because this is one fundamental building material that can take on a variety of forms. The equations of string theory also resolve the problem with general relativity in quantum mechanics. It allows for one system to explain the motion of big and small objects. String theory is the unifying theory. The end.
We are a family of subatomic matter cooperating to create massive beings like us. We, all matter, are formed from vibrating strings. And like a string on a guitar or in a piano, when a sound is produced, the string resonates a billion other sounds into existence. These overtones of the original frequency are called harmonics. We are God's harmonics. Harmonic tones are not separate from the original tone. They're part of it, and it is part of them, even though all harmonics sound different. The harmonics resonate with the original frequency, together fashioning the symphony of sound that we hear. We are a collection of trillions upon trillions upon trillions of these harmonics, the strings of reality. The subatomic particles of the quantum world sing us into being. We are entangled, not only with God, not merely from God, but through God. Inextricably and forever, we are part of each other's being. It's nature's way. I think that once you grasp the implication of humanity, all humanity, as the material entangled body of God, I have to ask, how can you not open your heart, your soul, your wallet, your church, your country to anyone and everyone in need? No questions asked, no paperwork required. You're hungry? Here's some food. You can't find God? You know what? That happens to me now and then also. So let's talk. Let's connect. No, better yet, let's entangle. Let's realize that we are already connected by virtue of the fact that we exist. In the quantum world, which I hope we might begin thinking of as God's realm, the God field, this bizarre yet illuminating activity is known as quantum entanglement. Scientists have discovered that pairs or even groups of particles form into connected, entangled systems. This means that the state of one of the particles, for example, the way it's spinning or its polarity, whether it's up or down, this cannot be determined unless the entire group is figured out. And if one particle in the group changes, the other automatically updates to maintain entanglement. For example, if there are two entangled particles, one will always spin up and the other will always spin down. If we mess with these particles by changing the spin of one, then even if they're separated by thousands of miles, the other one automatically adjusts to maintain connection. Boop, beep, boop, just like that. That's us too, my friends. We're entangled. No matter where we wander. That's everyone we've ever and never met. Entangled. All of us. Rich, poor, Catholic, Protestant, Jew, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, gay, straight, white, black, brown, and beautiful. Every God-infused human being is a spectacular array of entangled quantum particles. God particles in action. Quantum entanglement implies a much deeper human connection than we have imagined. The molecules that form us also connect us via the fundamental of God consciousness. We are one at a subatomic level, at the very core of what it means to exist. We are all made from the same quantum stuff, which is weaving through us right now. We can sense it when we take a moment away from the noise of life. In quantum physics, I've discovered exciting ways to envision not only the nature of God, but also God's infrastructure, if you will. I mean, how God reasonably interacts with our world without being manipulative, judgmental, or merely a superpowered alien. This quantum understanding of reality is essential for helping us live peacefully and compassionately with one another, because it reveals that humans are a collective. We are less individualistic than we realize. And I think that the key to our success as a species is acknowledging our quantum entanglement and acting like the singular consciousness we are. Refusing to work together for the common good makes humans less intelligent than ants, who, by the way, serve as a better example of humanity than humans. Human diversity is magnificent, and part of the joy of being alive is connecting with others across cultures, ethnicities, and geographical distances. Let's embrace our similarities and let's exalt our differences. Let's wake up and recognize that we are connected through the quantum realm, formed from and in the God field, brothers and sisters in the most literal way possible. Amen. Let's talk about entanglement and just discuss some general thoughts about it. Let's go into small groups for just a few moments so you can discuss together, and then we'll get back together and share